Hello and welcome to Diaspora Speak. I'm Janet Wainaina. 2022 and the political climate in Kenya is telling us it is intense. Who is going to be the next Kenyan president? And we have seen the race is very, very close. We have been following quietly. But the question for us on Diaspora Speak is, where does the diaspora fit in? It was encouraging to see the IEBC coming to talk to the diaspora, saying, yes, we can vote. Even as we look forward to get involved actively with these politics in Kenya and who is going to be the president, who is voting, we decided to look back at what has happened. As back as even 10 years down the line, is the story still the same? Are we still talking about the same thing over and over again? Let's look, for example, Raila Odinga, when he was the Prime Minister in Kenya. We had such a vibrant meeting right here in the United Kingdom. And his voice was a very eloquent and believable when it comes to the Kenyan diaspora.
We have the diaspora outside. When I go to Southern Africa, I find Kenyans are the lecturers in these universities in South Africa. Kenyans run the medical services in Botswana. Kenyans build highways in Namibia and Botswana. You have got Kenyan scientists in some of the most prestigious institutions, Ivy League universities in the United States. You find them here in this country, here. So you have got a lot of manpower. But you have never created attractive conditions to retain it. We train so many nurses, and then they come to work in Britain. They go to work in Australia. They go to work in Australia, in the US, and so on. So we become a training ground. Because we cannot occupy all these people. But if the economy is growing, there will be opportunities. And a number of people who are outside will look at those opportunities as well. But we also must retain the diaspora. Because as we have been told, the diaspora is a very important component of our economy. Over $1 billion last year alone, coming from the diaspora. There are some parts of Kenya where the rural economy revolves around the remittances coming from the diaspora outside. And therefore, we do value you Kenyans who live outside Kenya. We value you, and we are going to give you an opportunity to be able to invest more productively in Kenya.
You've heard for yourself. It's all clear. They've had diaspora in mind for such a long time. Come 2013, and it was Uhuru Kenyatta, again, right here in the United Kingdom, talking to us, the diaspora.
The diaspora has played, is playing, and I believe can continue to play a very critical role in helping us achieve our developmental agenda as a nation. I think a time has come for us also at home to recognize that you are serving your nation not only through the great remittances that you send, which we very warmly await every month, but I also believe that you can play a much greater role. You are here as men and women of distinction who have left your home countries, settled in a foreign nation, but you've been able to excel even amongst your peers here, which therefore means that indeed you can greatly contribute to the development of our nation. There is no question and there is no doubt in my mind about that. So these are all areas that I would look at working closely together with yourself. Let me also say that I do agree that we have a great deal of expertise that is available here. Right? And we are also wanting that the new offices that we create are interactive. So it's not that it's only when we travel that we get an opportunity to engage with you. So I therefore take on board, and I accept that offer of us, and I will create an office in the office of the president that will be specifically to deal on a day-to-day basis with our diaspora so that we are engaging on a regular basis.
Over the years on UCAN TV, we've been able to really have a time with these leaders, political leaders, prominent leaders in Kenya. They have been here in the United Kingdom. We have talked to them, and the voice is the same. I want us viewers to really understand that what we are listening to right now, it's not unique. What we are listening to right now, it has been said over and over again. My question is, as you listen to these leaders, ask yourself, is there a different route we can use so as we can get the results we are looking for as diaspora?
I understand the agony you people go through here. I know what it means to make £1,000 in UK. I know what it means to make $1,000 in America.
We would have a very clear department that would be dedicated to focus on issues of concern that affect the Kenyan diaspora, so that there would be specific people liaising with the diaspora and looking at issues that are of interest or of concern to them on a day-to-day basis, and not a situation where we want to engage with them at every election cycle.
You people have the ability, the power of the ballot to actually change the destiny of Kenya.
I don't think that's we shouldn't accept that anymore. We want to demand that we also want to have a say. It's not just a case of rubber stamping everything they say here. Alafu wanaenda nyumbani, they do what they want to do, and then next election they turn up again. Here we are again, time for credibility. So that is one of the things I feel strongly about, that we want to be part of what is happening in Kenya from now henceforth.
Politics change the atmosphere in the community. We have seen it in Kenya, we have seen it in different countries, but here in the UK, it's the same. It changes the atmosphere about how we even relate to each other. You realize that even people who've been working closely together and very well together, when it comes to political division, at a time like this, you will see the tension coming up. And what we are saying is diaspora can be that uniting power that will bring the Kenyan politics really to a place where we can vote leaders because of what they can do. We live in countries, like I was looking the other day on how Germany changed their prime minister. 5 seconds, I think 5 minutes on the street. That was it. It was done. Guys were going to work as usual. Everything was happening as usual. Well, these are countries that are politically developed to a good level. But we in the diaspora who live in this country, we can be the reason why people in Kenya will follow a route that shows political season can also be peaceful season. And that is what we are looking for. And on UCAN TV here, we are saying to people, let us start talking. And we are bringing back our debating programs, because when we debate with respect where we are, our voices will be heard. And this is why, have a look at what we've done before. We were talking about corruption. It has always been a topic that I put right across my heart, because I hate to see community and public money really going to politicians left, right, and center. So corruption is one thing you will never really fail to hear from me. But when we did a debate on corruption.
Always breed corruption. That is a known fact, because everyone's out there for themselves. These people like, Kenyatta has eaten, Odinga is like, I need to eat as well. Now nowadays, like, even me, I want to have my child as well. And then another guy like, yeah, even me, we need to eat as well. So that's
they have it there.
When you say protecting the dynasty, what do you have in mind?
They're protecting the...
Yeah, but are we a dynasty? Are we a kingdom?
No,
I believe we are
protecting their dynasties. That is why they still want to be like presidents. That's why they want to be in power.
Are we a republic or are we a dynasty? There's a difference between a kingdom and a dynasty. Kingdom is England. England's a kingdom. We all know the queen, her granddad, they was been in power. But we are a republic. A republic is a rule of law, not a rule of a dynasty. That's different. That's
I think.
Okay, we talk of dynasties. Yes. Remember, majority of Kenyans back home are living a life which is not theirs. Someone is earning barely 100,000 shillings, but they live so large that you ask yourself, How do you manage this?
I mean, I don't understand how someone can one day be having 2,000 shillings in an account, the next morning they have billions. No explanations.
Beverage started from somewhere, and from then on we built houses. We got the NHS, a structure that serves us all. So we have to draw a line and say this is where we start as Kenya.
So
We can come up with a system as well, an educational system. Let it be part of the education system. Let's say, let's talk about it in schools. Let's tell them the effect of corruption. This is what happened. This is why Kenya is not going anywhere with corruption, and this is where we cannot build our bridges, we cannot build our schools. The way you look at Turkana is suffering right now. There's poverty in Turkana. Why? Because of corruption.
Yes.
We need to start in the education system.
All I'm trying to say is here in England, they know if they do something dodgy and they're going to be traced, they go. They run away and they run as far run to the hills, and nobody, you see where they come and you don't know where the brother is. He's gone, disappeared. But in Africa, we should do the same thing. We should call all these leaders, especially these people we've known for years, and ask them, where did you get your money? Talk now.
See what he did? Handshake. Is that no corruption? Silence the critics. And it worked. So corruption works. You know, we have never been told what happened in this handshake, what was given. But this guy who was so verbal about things that are going wrong here and there, suddenly
the person that we trusted.
Yeah, the person that we trusted, we voted for. 6 million and something people voted for. Suddenly says it's a good government. So where do we go from there?
I wanted to say, like, a member of parliament in Kenya is paid way much better probably than our prime minister here because of all the all the things that they get. So if I go to the train station here, I'm more likely to see my member of parliament using the same train as me. So it means that, in fact, even housing, where we bought our houses, you can actually see that a member of parliament is living local to us. So it means the lifestyle of member of parliament is not so big in the United Kingdom. So not everybody is wanting to reach that position. In Kenya, because of the big pay we give them and all the benefits that comes with that job, anybody can do anything to maintain that position and to actually even get that job. And that is why for us we're saying also cut how much money you're paying those politicians. When you do that, it's only people who want to serve the community would go for that job. It will not be for the money, it will be for service.
We want to be able to be a part of a revolution in the African communities in the UK, in the sense that if you look at African communities and say, for example, the Eastern European communities or European communities, we tend to be more consumers rather than producers or entrepreneurs. So we are in the consuming end, and I'm trying to get us to think that actually we could also be part of the business startups and employment job creators rather than consumers of the product. And this is where I say, look at the opportunities that are there now in agriculture. We've talked about the producers, we've talked about the logistics, you know, the lorries, the vehicles that get these things into the market, the pack houses, the packers, the packaging, all this is part of the whole supply chain logistics. And then we've talked about the job creation along the way. And it gets to the UK here. So rather than just come to the market, consume healthy living, it's good, because I know part of what you do is encourage healthy eating, eat fruits a day, and sweet potatoes is one of the 5 a day, for example. Is to get to think, how can we now start generating our own jobs and enterprises out of this opportunity that Sakoma has created.
Well, Diaspora Speak, we're bringing back the debates. Yes, we are ready to have you speaking on our debates. And every weekend, every Saturday, the debates will be happening. Lunchtime, ready? We are ready to kick off, if you're ready to bring your voices. Until next time, viewers, goodbye.